Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 145, Technical Analysis Edition. Sorry about being so late tonight. I went to the Home Depot, and I kind of got lost there. Not really. I did go to the Home Depot, but it took me a while to get everything that I needed, so I thought it was going to be a lot quicker, and I ended up staying there for a very long time. Actually, I needed to get some wood cut. I don't have all the tools to cut wood at home, and I'm doing a project right now, and yeah, that's why it took me a while to get back here. And I'll post pictures of the project whenever I start it and whenever I finish. I might just record it and put it in another tutorial on another channel that I have, and I'll see what it goes from there, right? Anyways, guys, if you're catching this stream live, welcome. And if you haven't, if you happen to catch the replay and have any suggestions, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description. Yeah, now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the actual technicals, right? One second, I gotta wait for this to play out. That little like, subscribe, and bell, right? That's what we're looking for. Awesome. So now that played out, let's move on to our actual stream here. And get on with the technicals, right? That's what we're here for. So what is happening with the market cap? Yesterday we had an indecision. You can see that we have long wicks to either side with a very, very small body. Again, denoting indecision on the market. Opening at 190.57 billion, closing at 191.09 billion, or $498 million move to the upside. Right now moving up still 1.28%, or from an opening of 191.39 billion, sitting at 193.52 billion, or a $2.43 billion move to the upside. Very nice money flowing into cryptos here. Market cap for dominance for Bitcoin. What is happening? Well, Bitcoin yesterday lost dominance, which is really, really good. I want to see this happening a lot more. From an opening of 69.81, sorry, closing at 69.73, a movement of 0.17 to the downside. Right now, moving up 0.18%. Sitting at 69.86 again, more or less a little bit higher than we were at yesterday. But again, not too worried about this. I really want for this to break down a lot more, so the ecosystem is better divided, right? That's what I'm looking for, or what I would like to see at least. Anyways, where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin's in at 7,449.19. Where are we at? We're still in this range, so really no news, right? The only thing I can tell you right now on the daily. And this is still developing, so just keep that in mind, right? Remember, when we look at stuff on the daily, stuff that keeps on developing has a chance of not playing out. It's not set in stone yet. So we're calling it as it's going, right? What I can tell you right now is that we're going higher on the price and lower on our MACD, right? And we're also higher on the RSI, right? So here we would have been a 51.73. Right now we're at 54.39. Neutral on the RSI. But finally, we have something going on here we can call going slightly higher again on that price, which is good. Creating that strong, bearish divergence. Potential price action to the downside. However, this still in developing, right? This is today. Still has a long way to go today. And then we'll see tomorrow if this gets above this line here, or 52.19, which would be the top here. We want to undo this divergence, and then that's where we'll be at, right? Anyways, right now, like I said, sitting at 38.89 on here on the positive momentum, and that's where we're at, right? That's where we have to play with. Anyways, glad to see this happening. Again, we're getting exhausted, sorta. Higher, less momentum. It's still developing though. Let's wait and see. Still within this range of 7,531 to 7,200. So really nothing to write home about, right? Nothing too nothing wowing going on with this. Nothing too crazy. So let's go into the 4 hours. What is happening on the 4 hours? And why do we have these crazy lines here, right? Well, this is from the 1 hour to begin with, so ignore that. That's from the analysis we did yesterday, right? So I'm sending all this back there. There we go. Awesome. Remember how we were saying we could potentially be doing an upsloping flag? Well, we kind of went sideways a little bit. We didn't quite break down, and we're trying to pump again, which is good. You know, look, it is what it is, right? And I'll tell you why in a second. This, I'll leave it here. Why am I saying it is what it is? Look, you're high, right? I'm not sure if you're high, but we're higher on the price, let's say. You could be high. I'm not sure. Did you guys smoke something? So we're going higher on the price, and we're going lower, right, on that MACD. So what that's creating is strong bearish divergence also, right? So we just have it on the daily. Now we have it on the 4 hours as well. Still on developing though, so keep on tracking it as it develops. We don't have it on the RSI. You're going higher on the RSI, and right now sitting bought at 64.09. Again, I was hoping that this would break the downside again, right? Because you could say that we are making a channel of sort, right? Although we went higher, right, on the next impulse, which is fine. You could certainly go like this and say, look, man, we're doing a channel, right? And I could really get rid of this line here. That's a channel if we consider the bodies, right, only. If I consider the wicks, then it would look a little bit different. But again, still, we're like upsloping consolidation, right? With a new impulse up, again, that's fine. Getting exhausted, we might start to break down. Just be careful with that. Above that 20 MA, which is nice, expanded on the Bollinger Bands. And yeah, but let's go to the 1 hour. Really, guys, if someone's here and you want to say hi, that's fine. I know there's a couple of people watching. And that's great, man. Look, we had divergence. We talked about potentially breaking down. We kind of did break down, right? We talked about this yesterday. Had already happened. I'll anchor this one here as well. Oh snap! No, this is from the 4 hours, man. Came back here to bother us slightly. Let me get rid of this stuff real quick. Here, the story is different, right? Why, you might ask? Well, it's still the same stuff happening, but just a little bit different. I'll tell you why in a second, though. Again, higher, lower, strong bearish divergence on the MACD histogram, and I do believe we might have it on the RSI as well. I'm not 100% sure there. Just let me take a look real quick. Do we have it on the RSI? Well, if I anchor from here, we don't. If I anchor from here, we might. And this would be technically our previous high, which would be back here, and we could, in theory, anchor to here. It's one island. So again, it's very, very valid for us to anchor here and still say we're going lower. And then we could anchor here and say we're also going lower, right? And creating strong bearish divergence. Still divergence. Now, with this adjustment we just made, it also plays off the RSI. So again, chances that we might start breaking the downside. What time were we yesterday here? I think we're on here. We're contracting on the Bollinger Bands. Look, we channeled for a little bit, then we exploded to the upside. And apparently, right now, we're kind of stagnating around this area. Just want to see how this keeps on building and developing. I'll adjust the channel here on this chart. It'll be a little bit better. There we go. That's on the top. Just let me adjust this. There we go. I'm just going to use the bodies, right? I'm not going to use the wicks. There we go. Awesome. And that is that. Awesome. So, yeah, what else, man? We have divergence, like I said, right? Very nice, bearish, potential price action to the downside on the 4 hours, on the daily, and on the 1 hour. Now, we're sitting bought on the RSI at 65.98, and that's great. Let's go to Ethereum now. Guys, today's stream is probably going to be very, very short, I guess we could say. I don't believe we're going to take too long. The market, again, it's not really that great right now still. So, more or less what we've been doing lately. So, we're moving to the downside 0.44% right now, gaining 0.18% on dominance, sitting at 7.67% off market cap. Again, this would be nicer if it was higher. Now, price of Ethereum sitting at $135.86 right now. What is happening? We're creating divergence, right? We're still tracking this. This is still very valid. Hidden bearish, right? So, and this is still going higher. So, again, just striking this. At some point in time, we're going to start breaking down off these hidden bearish. Just keep watching out for it. Really nothing else happening here, unlike Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin did have that strong bearish divergence developing. Ethereum doesn't really have that right now. We're going higher, higher, and higher, right? And that's across the oscillators that we have, like the MACD histogram and the RSI. So let's go into the 4 hours. Into 4 hours, we also were talking about this potential upsloping channel. We're calling it like upsloping consolidation yesterday, but right now we saw that it was an upsloping channel, and we'll adjust, and I'll adjust two different ways, right? First one, we'll call the divergence that we have playing out, and I'll call from here. This is the higher, right, and to there. You said, man, you don't anchor from reds. Yes, you don't anchor for reds, but that's the highest point that we have, right? For some reason, this chart gapped up. If I was to use this chart, then I could anchor from here, and that would be great, right? But again, the opening of this candle is the closing of this candle is the opening of this candle, right? Because we move sideways. Except on this chart, that for some reason it gaps. So from what I'm looking at other charts, it is very valid for us to be able to anchor here and call it that our point, because then it would be actually meaning that we closed here. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, we do have this also going on here, right? We're going lower. So we're creating that strong bearish divergence. We don't have it on the RSI on there, so we're higher. We're sitting bought at 66.08. And yeah, that's going to be it for this, man. Again, I did want to look at this upsloping consolidation, but I'll look at it on the 1 hour. You can see impulse up, weird consolidation, flagging a little bit, and impulsing up again. You could consider this whole one upsloping motion if we do a parallel channel, and I'll show you how. I'll take here the wicks just for the example, and there we go, right? Something like this, and we'll be within that upsloping channel. We kind of try to break out, and we're rejecting again. That's what it's looking like right now. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the on the 1 hour, what's happening? Not a lot of adjustment that I have to make. It looks pretty legit. Let's see what's going on. From back here, right? So same stuff that was happening, right? We were calling divergence here, broke to the downside, held at 20 MA, still moved down. All this is fine, honky-dory and stuff, you know. But look, we could still go from here, again, from this point to this high. And yes, we're going through data, whatever, man. But again, why am I anchoring there? Because I want to anchor from this high to this high, right? Again, and that's the only reason that I'm going through data. Because I'm anchoring from here. Is it valid? Yes, this is all one island. And you can anchor to the previous island to determine your divergence. So yes, it is very valid. And from here, we will be going to here, right? And again, we would have strong bearish divergence on the RSI, on the MACD, on the 1 hour, on the 4 hours, but not on the daily for Ethereum, sitting bought at 64.14. Let's go on to XRP and see what XRP is doing. Man, XRP dominance yesterday, losing dominance 0.51%. Right now, losing 0.13%. Sitting at 4.36% of market cap. Price of XRP, 19 cents, 19.484 cents. Where are we at? Well, we're kind of breaking back into this small range that we had. That's 19.758 and that 19.440. They are both areas that we found to be resistance at shoulders and heads of a potential head and shoulders that we were calling out. Ads coming in. Awesome, Spotify. There we go. Pause that. Play this. Do that. There we go. So, what else? Contraction on the Bollinger Bands on the daily. At that 20 MA, trying to bounce from it. That's fine. Higher on the RSI, that's fine. Also higher on the RSI. Yeah, all this is great. Are we making higher prices than back here? No. Are we making higher prices than back here? Not really. So we could still track from here to here, right? Going slightly higher. From here to here, going slightly lower, and creating that hidden bearish divergence again, right? Or continuing on this hidden bearish divergence. Potential price action to the downside, right? Awesome. So now that we talked about this, let's go into the 4 hours and see what's going on. I bet we do have divergence again. But for some reason, the thing I just traced came back into... Yes, here, there we go. You wanted to go into the 4 hours and mess with us there. So I'll just make sure it stays here on the daily. And then we'll go into the 4 hours and really start looking at stuff there. Because I think the 4 hours and the 1 hour are more interesting right now. And now this is from the 1 hour. And I did this yesterday, guys. I'm pretty sure I cleaned this chart. And I told you guys, look, we're cleaning these. We're sending this to a time frame. Whatever. For some reason, they just don't stay, man. It's so awkward. It's like trading views trying to sabotage me. No, I'm kidding. They wouldn't do that. What? There we go. to 1 hour, right? Awesome. So now that we're here, what's going on? Unlike anyone else, we're going higher, right? And we're also going higher on our MACD and higher on our RSI. So we don't have that divergence, right? Even from back here, we're going higher now. If we kept on tracking this and we moved it to here, right? This already played out. We kind of broke down a little bit and held at 20 MA, and that's fine. If we were to move this higher, then this would move higher, and then we wouldn't have anything. So this played out where it was supposed to. That's great. We don't have anything going on right now on the 4 hours. Let's go into the 1 hour. Sitting bought on the RSI at 60.72. So what is happening on the 1 hour, mate? Yeah, we can go. This one's much cleaner when we do this, right? We go from here to here, from here to here, and from here to... Oh, we don't have it on the RSI. Psych, we just have it on the MACD, and we have strong bearish divergence developing, potential price action to the downside. That's what we have right now on Ripple. However, this positive momentum, remember, still developing. It could change. You have to keep on tracking it as we're off the air. That's gonna be it for XRP. Let's move on to Litecoin. What is happening with the Litecoin, man? Yesterday, dominance gaining 1.01%. Right now, losing 0.75%. Sitting at 1.42% of market cap. Price of Litecoin, $42.91. What's going on? Are we going higher? No, we're going lower. Are we going higher here? No, we're going lower. So again, we're just going with the market. Are we going higher here? Yes, we're going higher. So finally, we found some divergence. Price slightly lower, right? Sitting at $42.93, like I said. And here going slightly higher. Creating that divergence. Let me make sure this... See, it wants to go into the 1 hour. That's weird, man. That's so weird. There we go. Creating that divergence. This can get negated quickly. This just has to pump a little bit more, and we're really out of that. This has to get to at least 43.07, and we're sitting at 42.97, so we're very, very close to that. Just want to see how this keeps on building up for Ethereum. Let's go to the 1 hour. Again, this is very, very much upsloping. You can really tell, and I can tell you that we're going here lower. Again, why does it want to go everywhere, man? Stay where you're supposed to. Follow the road. There we go. Divergence, bearish, right, on the MACD. We don't have it on the RSI. This stuff from the 1 hour. Showing up on a 4 hour chart. And it should go back to where it belongs. Because, yeah, that's where things go. These things go. There we go. Cleaning charts, cleaning charts. Isn't this, like, satisfying? I should make, like, one of those satisfying jobs videos where you're just, like, I just sit and clean charts, man. That's, it should be one of those videos, right? There we go. Awesome. Now that that's out of the way. Yeah, sitting bought on the RSI at 63.19. Nothing else happening here. Our major, we're still below this high, right, our previous high. So we're also below this on the MACD on the RSI, and that's fine. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we're creating divergence, price action to downside. We kind of bounce off that 20 MA, still rally to the upside. And that is fine, really. Nothing much here to see. Except here, let's see, 0.3, 0.4, 0.4, slightly higher. We do have this island, we do have to consider it. Now, the only thing I do see here is that here we're going lower, and here we're going higher. So against the RSI, we are creating bearish divergence on the 1 hour. Again, sitting bought on the RSI at 62.23. What else is happening here? Trying to see if there's anything else going on. No, not really. Nothing I can see right now. Let's go to Binance. Binance dominance. What is happening with the dominance of the Binance? Well, still dropping a little bit. Yesterday gained dominance 0.73. Right now gaining 0.25. Sitting at 1.12% of market cap. Binance sitting at $13.97. What is happening with the Binance, man? What is this at? 184816. So slightly higher. Right? Very. What was it? 18. Sorry, 1816. Slightly lower. Also slightly lower on the price. and higher on our MACD, I think. 48, let's see, what was it? 48 on the dot. 49, so yes, we are going higher, right? And we are still going lower again. So creating that bearish divergence, hidden potential price action to the downside. This can get negated very quickly again. Let's go to the 4 hours and see what we have there. On the 4 hour, oh man, why is this weird, man? Why is this so freaking weird? There we go. What's happening here? Going higher, more positive momentum, higher on the RSI, bought at 63.77. Nothing we can see, right? High, higher, high. Positive momentum, more positive momentum, lower on the RSI, higher on the RSI. That's great, man. That's all there is to this. Let's go to the 1 hour. What is this line? It's from the daily, man, coming back here. So freaking weird that stuff doesn't stay where it's supposed to. You go back to where you belong. See, here we had divergence, right? I'll also go to the daily again. Weird. Now that I corrected that, it should stay where it belongs. And is this higher? Yes. 65.80, 66, slightly higher. Right now, sitting bought at 66.53. So that's great. And we're going higher, more positive momentum. That's fine, right? Positive momentum, more positive momentum. Higher in the price, higher in the price. That's it, guys. Today, like I said, it's going to be a quick stream. I started really late. Daughter's still sick. Had to go Home Depot, buy some stuff for a project I'm making. I might start. No, I might not. I will start working on it tomorrow during the day, and I'll probably finish by Monday if I can get the other stuff that I need, which they didn't have at Home Depot, at least not in the size I needed, which was a mesh for the project. Anyways, that's gonna be all for today, guys. Again, if you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like that button, hit that like that bell, that sub, so you're notified when we go live, and yeah, subscribe to the channel. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your families, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. This is Instead of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. It's been a pleasure being here with you guys. Again, if you like what we do, you know what to do. You can support us by letting people know that we are here, and that is amazing. That's all the support we need right now. Bring more awareness to the channel. Thank you, guys. That's gonna be all. I'll catch you tomorrow. I had said that tomorrow's stream was probably gonna be TBD. Forget that. Since my daughter's sick, we're not gonna go where we were gonna go. We're actually gonna stay home, and I will be able to just stream regularly. So tomorrow's stream will just be on our regular time frame, 9 p.m. Central. That's gonna be all for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.